So today we're going to put this aluminum toolbox in this truck so I don't have to be packing all my stuff to go racing with while I am using the little trailer. Now this old toolbox, I bought this thing way back in year 2000, back when I first bought this truck, this 94 Power Stroke, and I used it on it for a while. Then after I took the truck apart, of course the box came off, and I should have stored it up in the attic or something, but I left it outside and it faded badly. See if you can see the difference from where I cleaned it and didn't. Here's the back side, which isn't going to show. I didn't clean it, but I basically had to rub it down with Neverdull, and then I worked in some chrome polish or aluminum polish. I used this stuff here. I worked it in with a terry rag. Lots of elbow grease and rubbing. This stuff right here is really nothing special. You can get it at Walmart. Probably not the best product out there, but it worked good. And what really helped it work good was I used a buffing wheel to remove it and buffed it back to a good shine. And that was an old foam, probably about a 10-year-old foam pad that was getting about half rotted, so most of it ate off, but it did most of the top. And I went out and bought a new lamb's wool, which maybe I could wash that. I'll probably throw it away. I don't know if anyone knows a good way to clean buffing pads so you can reuse them, don't have to buy another one. Let me know. I need to look that up. But anyway, after I buffed it out, it turned out pretty good. And like I said, here's the difference, which this don't look too bad. I cleaned it with the Dawn dishwashing liquid and a scrub brush. But the top turned out pretty good. This side here, I didn't give it a lot of attention. You can still see some oxidation in there. Top turned out pretty nice. But I'm kind of getting away from the subject here. We're going to mount this in the truck. I don't know how it's all going to work out. What I'm hoping to do is to use, excuse me while I get up into the truck. Ouch, ow, that hurts. I tried to hop on top of a big concrete curb yesterday and fell like an old man and hit the concrete. My leg is really hurting. Maybe even bruised some ribs, I don't know. But anyway, Angel's trying to get up here. This is a little too high for her. She's done it. Angel, don't you be scratching the truck. Anyway, I'm going to try to use these to attach it so I don't have to drill any holes. And actually, you know, I didn't notice. Angel, stop it. Gosh, that dog drives me crazy, but I couldn't do her without her. Anyway, I may use these. You know, I didn't even notice those. Yeah, I might do that. Well, it depends on how these line up. I was thinking of if I can line the holes and drill them going through with a bolt and maybe putting a nut on the back side if I can get my hands behind there after it's all in. But we're going to go ahead and stick it together and see. Perfect fit. This truck needs some, even though it's not chrome, this truck needs some chrome. Shiny aluminum, no doubt. So, yeah, I think I can live with that. Yeah, we never seem to be running some locals here. Okay, here's how I measured my holes and how I'm going to locate them. I measured off the front of the box. Of course, I labeled that rear and bottom, which is obvious. And I measured off the bottom of the box to the bracket I'm going to bolt them to. And that is 3 1/4 inches. I was able to lay underneath of the box and see. And from the front of the box to the center of the hole is 3 inches. And these... Actually, I got that marked wrong. Actually, from center to center of this hole, let me change that so there's no confusion. Kind of screwed up my blueprint. As long as I know what I mean, it's all that matters. But from center of center, But these two holes is 4.5 inches. And all I had to do is come out here and measure one of these. So, and that should work out. I'm going to take the box back out. And also, I'll run some long enough bolts through there. And to center this up, right now it's all the way against that side. To center this up, I can put a nut on this side and that side. I may just use all thread instead of a bolt. We'll see what I've got laying around. I'm hoping I don't have to take a trip to the store, but we'll see. And I may need, this has got some stick-on foam padding underneath of it. I don't know if it's enough. I guess it'll be okay. We'll see. I may want to get more later. I don't want to damage these caps here. Just in case I decide I don't want this box in here no more. Alright, we're going to drag the box out and mark our holes and drill them. Supposed to unlock these unless I'm doing something wrong here. Here we go. Got to pull this little handle up. This is the first time I ever removed these, so that's why I didn't know how to do it. It's pretty nice though. Have to open up the hole a little bit. Now for the other side. Okay, instead of having the rough elongated hose like you've seen me do with the Dremel bit or the die grinder and the bit, I went ahead and opened them up with a step drill to quite a bit oversized because we know this isn't going to line up perfectly, and I may have to run up to a hardware store and get some fender washers or some washers. I don't know if I got any laying around or not. Okay, like I said, we had to go to the hardware store. I ended up buying almost all of the stuff new instead of using the old stuff that I had in the garage, because actually these are stainless bolts, so hopefully they won't rust, or they're at least coated. I ended up getting some 4.5 inch long bolts, and I cut them down to 3 1/4. Really, I should have cut them down to like 3 inch or 2 3/4. It would have been easier to get my wrench over my nut there. I had to use the open end all the way in. But basically how I did it, the bolt runs all the way through to the tie down bracket, which came with the truck. Looks just like this one. Runs all the way through. I got a washer on this side. Let's see if I can get this camera under here. This is not going to be easy. And there's a nut and washer on this side. 2 nuts on either side of the tie down bracket, and everything's tightened up, and it put everything in the middle, which I had to adjust it from side to side. And that was a good thing about having these nuts on both sides. And everything's in there good and tight. And I did it without drilling a single hole in the truck. Actually, if I had to, maybe I wouldn't even done it. But after we did that, I went ahead and bought some a new toolbox liner, and the old tape is gone. There's still some tacky stuff holding it down, but I'm just going to use some double-sided carpet tape that I had laying around. It's pretty sticky. Just going to cut it to the length this way. Put it on either end, and that should stay down in there. Then we'll get all our tools in it, and we'll see what the weather's going to do. I doubt I'll go racing today. There's just too much of a risk tonight of bad storms. I'm sure they will try it at the track, but I don't really want to haul my car all the way down there and get stormed on, especially on the open trailer. Alright, let's get all this done. I'll get all my stuff in it, and I'll show you what it all looks like. It is all closed up. Found the keys, which that was back before I even polished it. Got the locks to work, and I can't believe I got them to work after it sat outside all the time. Just put a little oil in the keyhole and oiled up the latch and all that. There's all the stuff put in it. As you can see, I had no problem finding stuff to put in it. Got a little bit of spare oil for the race car and a freeze. Not that this truck should need it, should have any problems like that for a while, but you never know. New ones mess up too, sometimes more often than old. Come along, tie downs, extra tie down there. The tie downs that hold the car on the trailer stay hanging in that trailer until I use them. Chair, got another toolbox under there full of fuses and stuff like that. Tire repair kit, plugs that is. Other side I think is still locked. And there we go, jack stands, toolbox, bag of rigs. Everything we need. I don't have any jumper cables in here. I don't think. No, there's none in here. I need to throw a pair of jumper cables in there, just in case. But I think we'll call this a video and job well done. Getting kind of hot and nasty. Don't know when it's going to storm, if it's going to storm. But I don't think I'm going to take the chance and go to the track today. So I guess I'll just take it easy rest of the day, and if it doesn't rain, I'll come back here and get started on something else.